Hey, hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about Marjane Strapi and her comic book, which is called Persepolis. It is a very interesting book with a very interesting plot that shows the reality of thousands of people, which is the reality of war. Marjane was born in Iran in 1969. When she was 10, she began her studies at the French school in Iran. But 1 year later took place the Islamic Revolution. Her parents seemed obliged to send her towards Austria, where she kept on with her studies in order. They did this just in order to her to keep an open mind. When she was an adult and by the hand of her professor, she wrote the first comic book, which is called Persepolis. Persepolis is the history of Marjane, and this is a very beautiful sentence I read on her biography that says that one can forgive, but one should never be forget. We're going to start through the first pages of this book and looking for the main characters. The main characters are her grandmom, her parents, and her maid. Actually, there is a beautiful history with her maid on the first pages that I'll tell you later on. She had a very special trust, and she was really confident with her grandmom. She was a very big influence for her. Even she was the only one who knew that Marjane wanted to be a prophet. When her parents asked her what she wanted to be when she grew up, she answered that she wanted to be a doctor. Well, everything began when they obliged every girls to use the veil on the schools, and when they were separated boys from girls. And this happened because in 1979 the Islamic Revolution took place. She wanted to, as I said before, she wanted to be a prophet, but when she saw what was going on in her country, she decided that she had to do something. So she became kind of activist. Although she was kind of young, she wanted to knew that what was happening in her country. She even compared the revolution with a bicycle. That she said, if a bicycle doesn't turn, it's meant to fall. I remember that in the history, one day she went out with her maid and she began shouting and screaming against this regime, because that was because one day her maid was in love with her neighbor, and her parents said that they were not meant to be together. They were not able to be together because they were from different classes. And Marjane said, like, why we are from different classes if we are all equal? We are all the same. So she didn't understand that. That's why she became more interested in what was happening with this regime. She started asking to her parents what was going on, and her parents were really worried about it because they didn't want Marjane to get in troubles. Actually, they explained that one day her grandpa had been sent to prison because he always said what he thought. One day, Marjane's dad, who took pictures of the wall on the streets about everything was going on the streets, took a long time to get into home. So Marjane was really worried because she thought he had been killed or he had been sent to prison. But well, unfortunately, her parents arrived home and everything was great. After the Black Friday, where there were a lot of killed people, there was a massacre, began the end of Shah's reign. He tried to hold his reign against the people, but it was not possible. I mean, even his effigy was burned, and he was took out of the power. Marjane said that the day he left, the country had the biggest celebration of his entire history. They were really glad. Well, this is all for today. I'll keep on doing this. This is just the first part of this project, and well, thank you very much, and keep on expecting the second part of this video. See you soon, guys. Thank you.